What year is it?
Oh God, what day is it? Oh God.
Before I get into the meat of this presentation, I want to show you this table I found online comparing film ratings in other countries. Here are the audience ages, here are the countries, and these are the ratings. The color-coded system can be a bit confusing, so I'll walk you through it. I'll tell you what the colors mean, and I'll give you a comparable rating from our system. It'll help you quantify them in your mind. White means no restrictions whatsoever, so basically, it means a G. Yellow also has no restrictions, but parental guidance is suggested for the designated age range. This one is a PG, in case the description wasn't a dead giveaway. Purple, again, has no restrictions. It is considered not suitable for younger audiences, but isn't restricted. This represents a PG-13. Red, however, is restricted. A parent is required to accompany younger audience members, making this an R. And finally, black is prohibited. These films are exclusively for older audiences, and have purchase age limits or are banned outright. NC-17 movies would be put under this category. Also, ages on the right from where the colored box starts and onwards are permitted to view movies of that rating, while ages to the left are not. It took me a bit to figure that one out, so either the table is confusing or I'm just slow. The first thing I noticed about this table at a glance is that in China you can either watch a movie or you can't. No age-specific restrictions. The second thing I noticed is that Canada's ratings are slightly different from the United States ratings. First, Canada is divided into two on this list, Quebec and the normal people. Second, Canada, outside of Quebec of course, doesn't necessarily have a PG-13 rating. It jumps from the yellow PG that extends from 0 years old to 12 to the red 14A, stretching from 13 to 17. The same span as PG-13 in the States, skipping the purple category altogether, except for in Quebec. Thirdly, an R in Canada, or an A in the Maritime species in Saskatchewan, I'm not entirely sure how that works by the way, is equivalent to an NC-17 rating in America, while an R in the United States is like our 14A. Now let's go pick on somebody across the pond, Germany. The way films are rated there is different from the United States. The organization that rates movies in Germany is called, I'm just going to call them by their abbreviation, FSK. So FSK has over 190 inspectors who are unpaid volunteers. These volunteers must have experience with children and youth development. Other than that, they all vary in occupation and social class. They cannot, however, be affiliated in the film industry whatsoever, to avoid possible biases. The raters for the Motion Pictures Association of America, or MPAA, are, or at least were, more or less appointed by former MPAA President Jack Valenti. Basically, he would have final say in who was hired as a rater. The board would find people, usually people they knew and were close to hire, and Valenti has the power to veto. The raters, who aren't paid employees, are completely anonymous to the public, and the MPAA goes through great lengths to keep their identities a secret, for some reason that I'm sure someone thought was good at some point in time in the past. Here's how the FSK system works. FSK 0 means no restrictions whatsoever. Sound familiar? FSK 6 is not suitable for children under the age of 6. So I would suppose that this includes the little engine that could, This one scene really messed me up as a child.
Are we still alive? Everything's alright! Whoa. I think I can.
FSK 12 is for 12 or older, or 6 to 11 with parental guidance. This is where television broadcasting restrictions come into play. For FSK 12, most films are broadcasted all day, with some exceptions that can only be aired after 8 p.m., unless it's re-edited to better fit the television standards. FSK 16 is for 16 or older, and films can only be broadcasted after 10 p.m., unless they are approved and given a special permit that is assigned by someone, presumably by FSK themselves. And finally, FSK 18, which means no one under 18 is permitted to watch the film, and it's only aired past 11 p.m. There is something that sets us apart from Germany, other than rating systems.
Gentlemen, we are Nazis.
Gegenteil! Gegenteil!
Und we will have war.
Gegenteil! Gegenteil!
Und we? Was denn?
Gesundheit! Gesundheit!
After the Second World War, there was a lot of Nazi content in Germany. The Allied occupational forces who ran Germany at the time were a little less than pleased about that. Over 30,000 titles in a bunch of different art forms were confiscated and destroyed. Numerous publications were cancelled as well by the Allies, very much like the Nazi book burnings, but with more wholesome intentions. Later, once the Federal Republic of Germany came into power, things were laxed. Film was, shockingly, recognized as an art form, and Nazis in film did not inherently support the propagation of Nazism. Only content propagating Nazism was banned. This is why movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark were not banned in Germany, but the censorship of Nazis in Germany is weird, in that they're fine with Nazi presence in film for the sake of art, but when it comes to video games, it's a whole other thing. Up until literally this year, all Nazi symbols, flags, and what have you were to be removed from all German localizations of applicable video games. The game franchise that had the hardest time with these rules was Wolfenstein.
Did you get the thing done?
Yeah,
Do you have a good conclusion?
not really.
Uh...